go. Welcome to the Refinery Podcast. For people who know you from music, who is Gemini today?
I would probably say Gemini today is, I'm just me, you feel me? I'm not trying to be like nobody. I'm not trying to sound like nobody. I'm not trying to replicate nobody. Like, Gemini is just me. I'm Gemini, you feel me?
Word up. You made hit records, but now you're deep into trading. What shifted?
So, it was just, with the whole music thing, I just felt like it was getting too easy to rap, you know, like, and I'm not just saying that from like a biased standpoint. It was just getting too easy with the rap, you know, like everybody's doing rap, everybody trying to blah, 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 you know. Then I was meeting a lot of people who was selling dreams and we're going to get you to do this, we're going to get you to do that, we're going to take you here, we're going to take you there, and you know, anybody could talk and say anything, but it's not a lot of people that will really, you know, implement action. So I got tired of that shit, and I just started seeing there wasn't really, there is revenue and money to be made in music for all young entrepreneurs and artists watching, you feel me? There is money to be made in music, but it has to be a sense of urgency with getting to the money. So just one day, I finally decided that, you know, the best thing for me to do would be to start day trading, you know? Day trading, I've always had like a different type of brain with looking at shit like that, the whole business side of life, you feel me? And yeah, I just finally said, you know, I'm gonna start day trading. Why not, you know? I need something else to help fund my musical career too as well, you know? And I'm not a 9-to-5 type of person, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I shifted into day trading because I just felt like it was a little bit, it was just an extra side of income for me to gather, you feel me, and put into what I originally want to do, if that makes sense.
Dope. Was trading always in the background, or did it come after music success?
Oh, it was always in the background. I remember back in like 2017, 2016, I was already like heavily day trading, and I was like, all right, bet, like, I know this is gonna make me money, just in case I'm having, you know, some type of difficulty with music or anything like that, which I wasn't, but I just needed more money and faster. I was like, oh yeah, day trading's always gonna be it. So once I started getting back online, you know, seeing videos and shit, and one of my people's, I was seeing him online, and he was posting how much money he was making, and I was just, I was flabbergasted, shit, you feel me? Like, I'm like, damn, like, that's a lot of motherfucking money. So, me and him kind of started, you know, politicking on a one-on-one. And yeah, just went from there with it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm back in the game. And I just went full speed ahead. I went through a couple of road hiccups and road maps and shit that kind of like deterred me from it a little bit. But I was always going to come back to it one way or the other. And immediately when I did, I just started killing it. You feel me?
Word up. Let's talk about the country hit. What did that moment mean for you?
That actually was very, very crazy to me when I first made that song, because like I was just telling some people, I made that song just on a whim, you know, like I was in my room and I literally was just like, you know what, I need to make like some sync placement music. Again, I was getting tired of the whole rap. I was getting tired of it. It was watered down. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something so fucking different that everybody's not even going to expect it. You feel me? And I'm going to do it so well. I'm going to do it so well that it's going to seem unreal. You feel me? And yeah, so the thought came in my head, you know, God-given. And it's like, oh, country, you feel me? But I wanted to implement like soul into it too, you know, like country mixed with a little bit of like, you know, soul into it. I mean, country is soul too, but, you know, black soul, let's put some of that in here for a little bit. And yeah, it just came together. Everything started going from there, flowing. I found the beat, put everything together, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, and it just went from there. I was very nervous when I first started performing it in front of people, and I'm still in the early stages of like performing it, but it's gotten to a point where it's like, again, I'm getting contacted about it back to back now. Positive feedback. Different management companies have reached out to me. Different music labels. At least I can't name them right now because I don't want to name something and it doesn't go through. But there have been a couple of different entities who have reached out to me so far, and it's like, yeah. So the country thing kind of just was very unexpected. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally planned it just to be one small thing, and it went from there.
What did the music industry teach you about money?
The music industry showed me that there's a lot of different ways to make money in the music industry. Whether it's through streaming, whether it's through your fan base, whether it's through independent shows, or whether you just standing outside with a bowl and a hat performing. You know, I've seen all different types of ways to make money in the music industry. A lot good and a pretty good amount of them bad too. But it showed me that there's definitely money in the music industry if you fishing in the right pond. Everybody is fishing in one pond right now, you know? And they're expecting to catch all these big fish, but it's like, again, just like with the country song, sometimes you got to move over to another pond to go fishing over there, you know? You might catch something way bigger and faster than what you would at this pond. So with the music industry, it taught me that the money is there, but you have to shift along with it. We have to evolve and keep going with times, you know? Can't get stagnant, can't get stuck, can't get out of place, and you can't be against change. You can't sit up and put yourself in one box, especially if you believe in God. If you believe in God, you have to understand that God is very out of the box with the way they do things, you know? So I learned a lot from the music industry in regards to money, but the one thing I 100% can say that I know for a fact, and I have learned, and that's how I know it now, that it's definitely money to be made in the industry, 100%.
Word. What did success in music prepare you for, did success in music prepare you for investing, or did it expose financial gaps?
I would say it's a little bit of both. It prepared me for investing in the sense of it showed me like the music isn't just about, oh, I'm recording a song, I'm in the studio, I got a nice chain on, I got a nice outfit on, I got bitches, that's not all it's about. There's a business side to the music that if you're not prepared for, you can 100% wind up on the opposite side of the field, you know? If you're not careful and you sign with the wrong person or affiliate yourself with the wrong crowd, or even if you speak your mind in a way that a lot of people may not align with, you can fuck up a lot of potential opportunities, you know? So, with the whole investment side, it showed me like, yeah, like this is way deeper than just hopping in a booth, recording a freestyle for like, you know, getting on camera, bling bling, and then, no, it's way deeper than that. And then with the financial gaps, I guess when I hear that word, it makes me more so think of like, you need money to make happen what you want to happen in music. You know, shit's not free. So, like record labels, right? They teach you that you have to sign with the record label, and if you sign with the record label, let's say you signed a $1 million deal, right? You signed a $1 million deal, and the record label tells you that, oh, your studio time is going to be $250K, $350K for your studio time. Now you're spending money out of the money they just gave you to go record with the person they sent you, when in reality, you can take that $1 million deal, go find your own engineer and record and do things yourself. You know, the financial gap thing that people have to understand is that it takes money to make money, but at the same time, you need that money to achieve success. Okay, like you need that money to achieve success, and there's a lot of upstarting artists who think that just, oh, I'm gonna get the money, and that's just gonna solve it. But then that goes back into the business side of everything. You have to know the business as well too, because if this person knows more business than you do, but you just have the money, they'll manipulate you into doing what they need you to do for their business. You see what I'm saying? I learned both sides of that with the music industry, and the final thing I can like come to a strong conclusion of is it just comes down to discernment. You know, as long as you have that discernment and you're aware of who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, and how long you want to deal with it, you should be good. But it's 100% important to make sure you're educated on money and business when it comes to the music industry. 1,000%.
When did you get into trading?
I got into day trading in 2014 when I first started. 2014 is when 2016 is when I like really started, and I was kind of getting my feet wet a little bit on it. I initially thought it was just similar to gambling, so I would go in with unreasonable amounts of money that I'm trying to make. With the level of experience that I have, it wasn't going to happen. So I went in and I got a very bad taste of trading when I started. I was losing money. I was investing money, going broke. I was paying gurus on YouTube and mentors and all this shit, and just a whole bunch of bullshit that wasn't going to benefit me, you know, in the long run, other than teaching me what not to do, right? So when I finally started taking day trading serious was when I had moved to a different state. I left from California to Vegas, and I was like, you know what? I gotta find a way to make money because I can't do no illegal bullshit. So I'm like, I gotta find a way to make some money, you know? Enter day trading. I started getting into it. I was doing good. I was successful with it. I was getting paid pretty well. And I think the first big loss that I had, like real critical loss, was about a good $5,000 to $6,000. I lost about $5,000 to $6,000 on my live account with my actual money. And at the time that I lost it, I wasn't able to cover the rent of where I was living at. So it put me in a predicament where it was like, all right, well, I'm fucked, basically, you know? And I stayed off of day trading for about a good year after that because I was just so disappointed with what happened. And one way or another, I wound up getting right back into it, you know? So I can say I've been successfully day trading for about a good 4 years now, but I started around 8 years ago. It was a long time ago when I first started. Things are super different now, but it was a long time ago when I first started, and ever since then I've just been kicking ass on it, you know?
What was your first win and what was your first loss?
My first win and my first, you said my first win and first what?
First loss.
First win, I think the first big win that I had was, I think it was only $600 to $700. That was my first big win that I had. And, excuse me, when I won it, it was a different feeling because it was wow, I'd have made somebody's paycheck within a good 2 days, you know what I mean? So it was very shocking to me. I was holy shit, this is real, you know? When you see the money, changes your whole persona up. So when I made that, I was wow. And then again, my first real reality check was when I lost $5,000 on a single trade, on a single trade. And what basically happened was I was partnered with a broker who I won't name on camera just, to avoid any legal issues, but I was partnered with a broker that basically was going underwater. And the money that I had in my trading account, the broker's platform that they were using, it malfunctioned for about a good 3 to 4 hours, I want to say, which permitted me to not be able to get out of the trade that I was currently in. So basically, to summarize it, the stock that I was in was down here, and because the platform that I was partnered with was malfunctioning, I was trying to get out of the stock before it went all the way up here, which it did. Went up there, skyrocketed, 4,700 and something dollars gone immediately. And yeah, that was probably one of the worst mental times that I fucking had, hands down. So yeah, about 5K was the worst I lost, and the first big payout I had was like 700, 800. That was my very first one, like, and I was super happy about it.
Most artists blow money. You learned how to multiply it. What changed your mindset?
Being broke really, really fucked my mindset up. When I was broke, when I was homeless, I always had Jehovah in my favor, or Jehovah always showed favor towards me for some odd reason. You know, some of us really don't deserve God's like kindness, and the fact that God showed favor to me was like very shocking to me. So yeah, I learned a lot of things when I was homeless, being out on the streets, just being in a mindset of like, wow, like it's do or die, you feel me? Like, it's a different feeling when you're so broke and you're like, oh man, like you ever been so broke, you feel like you gonna pass away before? Like, that's a scary feeling, you know? So when things are just going super bad, like, you start learning to appreciate the small shit, you know? I remember I was passing out business cards while I was homeless. I was meeting people, designing their logos on my iPad just to make money for like dinner and shit. Like, I was doing some very, very tiring shit, day to day, you know, and it was hot. And I just started learning, like, man, like, I gotta manage my money good. Like, I have to, this $20, you know, this is gonna be dinner for this night, and half of it's gonna be breakfast for tomorrow, you know. And I still smoked weed here and there, so I'm gonna go give me a little bit of weed, and you even start budgeting that, you know, like, oh, can I get $2 for? I started slowing down on that, and it just put me in a different mentality of like what matters the most, you know, like, what do you really want to do? Because if you can't even manage something like 20 to 30 to 40 to even $100, you won't be able to manage 500,000. You won't be able to manage 100,000. You can think you will be able to, but you won't, because money goes fast, you know. Today's 20 is not the same as $20 10 years ago, you know. And it'll keep increasing. It'll keep going up. $100 seems like a lot right now, right? In another 2 or 3 years, that'll be the amount of $20. Think about it.
What type of trading do you focus on? Stocks, Forex, futures, or crypto?
I prefer a little bit more of futures. I did Forex for a minute, but Forex was very... it was a little bit too slow for me, and then you need more money to get started with Forex. Like, I was only making like $2, $3 per trade on Forex, which is good, you know, like long-term longevity, etc., etc. But with futures, it brought me to a point where I was like, whoa, I can take $100 and turn that into $500, you know what I mean? Like, within a good day or two. Like, it's unreal, because it's like, what the fuck? Like, if you really know what you're doing, it's easy. It's easy. I can take $100 if God forbid, but I go broke right now, okay? Knock on wood. But per se, allegedly, I get $100. Take that 100, turn that into 5. Take that 500, turn that into 1,000. Before you know it, that 1,000 becomes 3,000. Just like that. With Forex, that'd be a little bit difficult. With futures, on the other hand, it's easier. The times we are living in nowadays are unheard of. You know, it's unheard of. There are so many ways to make money and really succeed. A lot of people just don't see it.
What's the biggest mistake beginners make when they start trading?
Oh man, they go in with the mentality of thinking that they're going to just immediately start getting rich. You know, when you're day trading, you see a lot of money when you're day trading, okay? And so it's easy to get sidetracked by the fact that trading is not a get-rich scheme. You know, we get sidetracked when we see $1,000 on the screen within an hour, and some people get greedy. The best way I teach people and I tell people is this: the average person or average American, whatever you want to call it, they are going to work and they are making a total of about $180 to maybe $240, $260 tops, depending what state you live in, a day, right? As a day trader, you have the capabilities of going on the market and making $260 to $300 plus within 5 minutes, okay? And people who are watching this right now, some of you have seen me do this before. I've done it live before plenty of times, you know? I help other people do it. When you're day trading, it's easy to forget that you still have to be responsible, you know? Because you're making so much money and you're making it so quickly, you forget that it can easily get taken away too. You can easily lose it too. An $1,000 trade can easily turn into a negative $2,000 trade like that, you know, if you're not managing correctly. You feel me? So I had to rationalize it. Like, again, the average person is making $180, $250 per day, 9 to 5 per day, okay? Not hour, per day, 8 to 9 hours, maybe 10 to 11, depending what you're doing, right? Us as day traders, we can make that plus more or more within 3 to 4 to 5 minutes. If you are unable to sit at a chart and take and accept $250 to $300, and then you need to sit back and go back to work then and feel what that feels like. Because the fact that you're able just to make that within the time frame that you can, imagine waking up and you make $300 to $400 to $500 within 10 minutes of you being awake. You're now up for the day, and you have your whole day ahead of you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Whether that's go work out, whether that's go see your family, your girl, your wife, your husband, whatever you want to go do, you can now do that. The real currency nowadays is time. It's not money, it's time. Because we're trading our time for money, and then the money is going back into things that we have to give our time to. So the currency is time. We have to understand that the time that we do have, we need to utilize it to the fullest potential, okay? And it doesn't need to be utilized at a 9 to 5. So when you start day trading, you have to remember, I am in a position to make more money than at least 85% of the American population faster. And I keep my time, so you're double winning now. Because now you can go off of your time and go make more money, you know? Biggest thing I tell the first day trader or a person just starting to day trade, the biggest thing I could tell them is to be patient. Be patient. Do not get greedy, and be patient. Literally, if you can master those two things, you will never be broke again. If you can be patient and not get too greedy, day trading's for you. But if you want it and you're gambling, day trading's not for you.
Word up. Is trading gambling or is it a skill?
Trading is 100% a skill. Some people treat it like gambling, and some people don't understand the difference between day trading and gambling. So I'll explain it like this: when you gamble, let's say you play blackjack, right? You play blackjack, and you're up against, it's you, this nigga, this bitch, all of y'all at the table, right? So the dealer's right here. Dealer gives him, you, her, all a card. Then they give you another card. Now let me ask you something. When you're gambling, do you know what card you're gonna get? No, you don't. Whatever card that dealer takes out that deck is what you get, that's what it is. And then you're up against the dealer, and you don't know what the dealer is gonna flip over either, which means now you're gambling. You're taking a gamble right now, you're taking a chance. With day trading, you're able to look at the chart, see everything. Remember, you can't see the cards that the dealer is showing, but you can see the charts and see what's going on in the market. You can look at this chart and say, hey, this stock went up this much. This stock went down this much. I see this now. And you can make your decision based off of that, okay? You're able to see what the outcome can become when you are day trading. Yes, there is no 100% certainty what will happen, but there's still an 85% to 90% certainty of what will happen. Not full 100, but at least 85 to 90. Would you rather have an 85% chance of living or a 23 to 24% chance of living? Know what I'm saying? Day trading and gambling, two different things. When you gamble, you're unsure, you don't know, you're in the hands of fate. When you're day trading, when that motherfucker skyrocket, yeah, you kind of in the hands of fate still, you know? But you at least can see and know what's going to happen. You can see, you can visualize it, you can decide what to do. Not gambling at all.
What made you start teaching people how to trade?
When I made my first money back, when I started making my money back, basically, yeah, that's the best way I can put it. I started making my money back, and I'm very open with my life, and I'm like on social media half of the fucking time, you feel me? Like just building up my brand, my catalog, that's my persona, period. And so I started posting up my day trading journey, and people just started reaching out. They're like, oh, you know, I like that. That's what's up. I want to learn. And I was kind of against it at first. Like, I don't really want to, because I don't really consider myself a teacher. Maybe like an influencer, yeah, but not really a teacher. But I was just like, fuck it, you know, like this might be something that Jehovah might be telling me to do, you know, like Jehovah might be telling me, look, I need you to pass this information on to them, you know? And if I can help people, that's perfectly fine with me, because there will be people who will understand the way that I'm teaching it, and they will apply it correctly, and they will succeed. Maybe they'll sharpen up the way I'm teaching it and go teach somebody else. So it wasn't really like I just jumped up and, yeah, I'm gonna start teaching. It was more so like I started kind of getting asked about it, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I do want to help people, you know? Like, I do want to help people. This could be a way I can help. I can't just throw everybody money, but I can at least teach them how to make their own. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think financial literacy is missing in hip-hop culture?
100%. It's 100% missing in hip-hop culture because, again, as I said earlier, a lot of upcoming artists, they're getting it misconstrued. They think that they're gonna make a song, make the music video, hop in the video, get the bitches in the video, the car, bags of money, stacks, blah, 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 blah. And that's just gonna do it. You know what happens after they do that? They go home, they go back to regular life, and some of them go back to their 9 to 5s, you know? And they realize that, yeah, this isn't the dream I thought it was, you know, like, and it sucks. It sucks fucking ass, like, when that realization creeps in, because then you realize, holy fuck, I gotta do this every day. It's not just for today. I can't just be Little Quan from the block just for today. No, I gotta be Little Quan from the block for 3 to 4 to 5 days every day for the rest of the year until this shit takes off. And now, you know. So, and it's mainly the media's fault. They sell a dream to the upcoming artists, you feel me? They make them think that it's not like that, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm not just saying that, you feel me? I'm just keeping it real, because I know people, and I've been there before. It's not like that, you know? the thing that upcoming artists have to understand about the financial side of music business is you can do it yourself. Just, you don't need a label, okay? All you need is just a good amount of fans. You get a good fan base, you get people to follow you, you go out, you network with the right people. Next thing you know, you go from here to here in what seems like overnight to some people, but to you, it actually took a while. All you need is the money to be able to do what you need to do. That's literally it. Learn the business side of it, you know? And a lot of the business side is missing for the upcoming artists, and that's how a lot of them wind up in a bad deal. Wind up with the wrong people, the wrong label, the wrong environment, and dreams crushed. That's the one thing this world is real good at, crushing your dreams and making you just, you want to give up. But with the right financial literacy and, with the right understanding of how the music business works, oh yeah, you can absolutely do whatever the fuck you want to do without the help of some big ass money scheme backing behind you. Look at what La Russell did before he signed with Jay-Z.
What's the biggest breakthrough your students experience?
Oh yeah, they're all getting paid right now. That's the breakthrough. We all getting paid, you know what I mean? And this is just a start, like right now we're just starting off. A couple of my students have made about a good 500, couple of them made 1,000, couple of them, and I don't have a lot. Again, this is just a ragtag small team of day traders or people who wanted to learn, We're expanding out right now. And I think seeing how they react when they do pass their exams or they do even take their first trade and they're like, oh wow, and they realize how easy it is. That's satisfaction right there, because it's like, again, I'm showing people how to make money. I'm basically showing people how to free themselves out of this system to where you can get out of here and you don't have to deal with this shit no more, because you can day trade whenever you want. I can open my phone right now and start day trading if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that, but it's literally that easy. Once you learn this skill, this is something that you take with you forever, at least until you leave this planet, but you take this with you forever. And seeing my students' reactions, the people that I have been teaching, it's a really, really good feeling. And I know I still have a lot to learn myself, and I'm still increasing and, and amounting to certain levels that I'm reaching as well too. But at the same time, I'm pulling people up with me while I'm advancing to those levels as well too.
Word. Why do you think so many artists end up broke?
It's because they went the wrong way. I can honestly say they didn't branch out as much as they should have. It starts with the pipe dream, right? They see their favorite artists on TV, and then they get older, and then they all of a sudden have a moment where they're like, oh, I'm gonna be a rapper, and I'm gonna be this, and I'm gonna be the next big. The truth is, we all have the potential to be the next big, but not all of us have the stamina to continue to do it, Anybody can be the next big, next Lil Wayne, next president, next LeBron, next Kobe, next whatever you want to be. Anybody can be it. It's just that a lot of people don't have the energy and the stamina to continue to pursue it actively. And that's why a lot of people crash and burn out, They also go broke because they spend a lot of their time just trying to impress just their inner circle, their circle. You impress your inner circle, you stay in the same state, city your whole life. You don't go branch out, you don't go anywhere else, and then you're confused why you're only blowing up in your own city, or you haven't touched this, or you haven't touched. A lot of artists, they reach that rock bottom point, and here's the pivotal part. They stay at rock bottom. They don't get up and go from rock bottom, okay? They hit rock bottom, and they're just like, fuck it, And you can't do that. There comes a point when all of us, especially as music artists, where we hit rock fucking bottom. And my rock bottom may not look like what your rock bottom looks like. Our rock bottoms is two completely different fucking bikini bottoms. You feel me? Two difference. But the goal is the same, and it's to get out of those bottoms, to get back to the top, you know? So a lot of artists, when they get there, they stay there. And then the most important thing is they take their money and they're not expanding out, okay? They're not expanding out. They're taking their money and they're doing things, and it's like, what are you doing with it? Okay, are you branching out? Is your only avenue just rap music? Okay, if that's the case, it's gonna be a long journey, brother. It's gonna be a very long journey. That's why it's very important to branch out and diversify. You have to diversify. I started diversifying myself, not just with the country song, but with just trying to learn different languages, trying to go out and experience different aspects of life, chill with different cultures, you know, so that way I get a feel of what, you know, what's hot, what's not. What do they think of art? You know, I went out and did all of these different things to basically broaden my horizons and expanded my levels of income for money too, because it can't just be just music. If you're putting all your time in music, especially now, there's that pond thing I said. You're fishing in one pond, but in this pond that you're fishing in, there's either a whole bunch of other people fishing too, so all the fish have moved over to another pond, or B, there's no fish left in the pond, and you're sitting there waiting on a pipe dream. My best advice to the artists that have hit rock bottom and, you know, that have gone broke before, you gotta branch out into other avenues of income, branch out, meet new people, network, not just amongst your own community, whether you're black, white, no, not just amongst your own community. Go out and get familiar with other communities and cultures as well too. Expand your horizons. You'd be surprised at what you learned out there.
Word up. All right, now we're into the rapid fire section. I'm gonna ask you one or the other and just answer with your choice.
All
right. Charts or the stage?
One more time?
Charts or the stage?
Probably the charts.
Bars or balance sheets?
Bars.
Risk or security?
Security.
Long-term investing or day trading?
Day trading.
General wealth or viral fame?
General wealth, but I'm a little bit on both sides because both can bring money, but general wealth, I guess.
Yeah. All right, last two questions. What's next for Gemini? More music, more trading, or both?
Oh, it'll definitely be both. 100% more music coming along the way. Like right now, working on it. I'm actually gonna be going into the studio this weekend actually to get it finished up and situated. And yeah, just pushing out just one strong project. And probably taking a little bit of a break from music just to let the project breathe and do what it does. But definitely day trading will still be there.
Last question. Where can people learn from you?
So again, I'm not super duper teaching people like that, but if anybody is interested in learning about day trading, you guys can find me on Instagram at Gemini Music Official, and yeah, you can find me on there. You know, I have a whole little group chat dedicated to day trading. I actually have 2 to 3 group chats dedicated to day trading, so yeah, I'll add you guys to one. I intend to start doing streaming later on, either this month or later on down the line this year, and kind of just start getting more open with my day trades and just other aspects of life, like how I make music, how I cook up in the studio, what I'm doing in my day-to-day life, you know. I personally feel like I live a pretty interesting life, you know, so I'm like, and I get a lot of, you know, story viewers on my story, like watching me back to back to back to back, you know, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna start streaming, get a little bit more open with my audience, you feel me? And yeah, if you do want to learn day trading or anything, just find me on Gemini Music Official, and I have no problem teaching and passing along the information I have.
All right, Gemini.
Yes, sir.
Refinery Podcast. We out.